Welcome back to Mostly Superheroes. We are live here in the studio in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm your host, Logan Janis. 6 years of Mostly Superheroes in 50 countries, 300 episodes. And Voltron was one of the first stories we ever covered. That's right, Voltron fans. Defender of the universe. You might recognize this guy to my left on the video, Andy Bergio from Four Hands. Hey, welcome back, Andy.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be back.
Good to see you.
Good to be seen.
Good to be seen and good to be having a beer here live on a Monday, honestly. This is great, August 4th, and we're having a beer.
Yeah, it's less than 1,000 degrees, and we can have a beer without sweating it right back out.
That's right. And St. Louis, get ready. It's a double feature. We have another brewery here, and I've been there many times with my friends and with my wife. It's a really good time. It's Second Shift Brewing Company.
Second Shift Brewing.
That's Steve Kreider.
Yeah.
And Todd. Welcome, guys. You can see yourselves, so there you are.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty.
And you see her up here, too.
Oh, there I am.
There you go.
That's better. Yeah. I don't
Camera one.
Right.
Camera two.
Let's go. You're taking a drink of your beer. So, Todd, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Doing okay? You're brewing.
Yeah.
Couple of years with Second Shift.
Yep. Just under 2.
Yeah.
And
2 years in Thanksgiving, I think, right around that time.
And let's make you do the hard stuff, Steve. How long has Second Shift been around?
Since 2009. So, this September is, so we're right at 15 years now.
And for those
right?
who don't, tell people where the location is for the.
I'm a good mathematician too.
We have a lot
16 years.
We have 16 years. We have a lot of locals, and we have people travel to town. Where do people find you locally, physically?
We're on the hill, the Italian part of St. Louis. I guess you want an address. 1601 Sublet Avenue. There you go.
And right here in town with a few Four Hands locations now, right, Andy? We got the downtown location. We have Kirkwood. We have Chesterfield. And I believe that it is officially open at Lambert International Airport.
Yep. Southwest Terminal.
You guys are just trying to take over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's kind of the goal.
And I guess you're trying to take over, too, because, you've been around the block for a while, Steve. But Four Hands, you guys are a couple of beasts in town. I think you're by far some of the couple most popular breweries just from a beer drinker standpoint. And this, a few decades drinking beer in St. Louis. And I started young. I did start young. So, but Four Hands came around in 2012. You were around 2009.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk about team ups because we're talking about Voltron number 9 today, Andy.
Number 9.
I didn't know. When we first talked, when was the first Voltron number 1? We have them. Hey, they're right behind you too. Do you see them?
It's been 3 years.
That's all 9 of them right behind you. And I thought it was going to be 1, 2, 3, and then we were like, oh, we're going to do the 6 because of the Voltron. But now it's kind of grown into this whole thing to try out great recipes that haven't been tried before with other breweries. So we went local on this one. How'd you guys end up going with Second Shift? How'd that come to be?
It was time. We love them. We love the beer they make. They're good people. They're cool people.
It's been years since we've collabed, I think.
Yep. Everybody got busy
before
for a
COVID
while.
even. Yeah.
It's just like the rest of your life. You have those great friends, and you don't talk all the time, and then you circle back, and it's like you've never been apart. Except Todd wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah, he's a baby.
New
Yeah.
guy Todd.
So now there's something interesting to do, so we're back because Todd's there, really.
Well, I love it. I was going to ask, before we talk Voltron, what other collabs did you guys do in the past? One that I know of was with a friend of ours, Team Jakey and the Stigma.
Oh, yeah.
And the Zeller family. They did a speaking event. I believe it was at Second Shift or at Four Hands, but it was a team up of both breweries. We're talking 8 years ago or something like that, but other collabs between the two of you.
I think you guys were the first when it was just Kevin and Will, R.I.P., even though he's alive.
Right.
We think.
Yeah. Talking about Will. They came out. They were still building the brewery, and the first beer I think they ever had their name on was out. They come out and brewed a Saison, what it's called, Unicorn Killer. I don't know why we named it that. I don't know.
It's a good name.
Yeah, it was awesome. People thought I was killing unicorns, but I said, no, the unicorn is the killer, and that screwed people's heads up. And
not the fact that there's no such thing as a unicorn.
Yeah.
That's what they're caught up on.
And then they got up and running. I came in to town because I was an hour outside of town, out New Haven back then. Came into town, we're collabing there, or I'm collabing there. And about an hour into the brew, I got phone calls that my car was stolen, and they found it on the highway. out in New Haven, Missouri, my 56 Chevy. I was like, nah. And it was. They found it. So I don't remember that brew at all because I was tied up at that moment. And I'm trying to remember what else we've done after that. We've done the second hand thing.
That was a table beer. Totally different than anything that you could sell in mass production.
Yeah,
today.
I know. Nobody wants good beer anymore.
2.8% Belgian.
Yeah.
Real easy drinking. Nice
forgot
phenolics
about
from
that,
the
yeah.
yeast. Beautiful beer.
It was a good beer.
Wow. Bring it back. It's time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay. So it's not the first team up, but
No.
I know that you guys personally, we were talking about the Voltron story, how it's very St. Louis, and it's a worldwide phenomenon. And we thought we'd play a little bit just to get you in the mood for Voltron. Why not? The opening intro. Silence.
Edge of my seat.
From days of long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe, comes a legend. The legend of Voltron, defender of the universe. A mighty robot, loved by good, feared by evil. As Voltron's legend grew, peace settled across the galaxy. On planet Earth, a galaxy alliance was formed. Together with the good planets of the solar system, they maintained peace throughout the universe. Until a new horrible menace threatened the galaxy. Voltron was needed once more. This is the story of the super force of space explorers. Specially trained and sent by the Alliance to bring back Voltron, defender of the universe.
Voltron, defenders of the universe.
I mean, I'm going to give it up because the nerd in me is like, oh, yeah. I don't know if it brings back chills. You watched it, Andy.
Yeah, I watched it as a kid, so I'm always psyched. I always thought it was the most underrated cartoon ever. We probably talked about this last time, but
kind of how Transformers gets the credit we've talked about.
Yeah,
and the Power Rangers too kind of gets the credit.
Power Rangers is a real big ripoff. I feel like
it's just almost a complete ripoff. The pilots, the Zords,
but the voices are more annoying and
right.
It's
But
not as good.
you're talking to a Power Rangers kid, so they can do no wrong. But Voltron did it first, I'd like to say, and it's very St. Louis. The Koppler family, who is still here in town. Bob Koppler runs Adira Italian Eats, where they have Voltron merch all over in the Central West End, and that's where the idea was born out of, was let's make a Voltron beer. That was it was Rachel and an employee that worked there that was talking to Bob, and they got to talking, and that's where it was born from. And the IP of NBC Universal owning Voltron and getting that onto a craft beer can, I know that was not easy to do, and also 9 cans later, not easy to manage either. A lot of approvals, a lot of red tape, a lot of emails. But now you guys are part of the process, and just to remind you guys, the breweries come in as a partner that get to provide the recipe, weigh in on the recipe. Maybe you can explain that piece again, but that's where Second Shift is, right? You guys got to come in on Voltron 9, and how did you guys contribute to this particular project before we can talk about the beer too. It's number 9. We got the can here. Let's give a cheers, actually. Yeah. Cheers, and let's give it a little taster. We're with brewers today, and we're with 2 breweries in St. Louis, so we got to have some beer.
Might as well try it.
And we'll talk about number 9 because it's here. It's going to be in stores, and of course it'll be out of 4 hands, hopefully at a Second Shift near you guys. Maybe we start with the beer, Andy. Can we talk about the beer a little bit? What kind of recipe do we end up here?
Yeah, it's a hazy IPA again. We've done a lot of them. They're definitely the best sellers, and they taste great. It's super juicy. We got some Australian hops in this one, white yeasty, Nelson. So there's some kind of that white wine quality from the Nelson, kind of like you're getting Pinot Grigio. Nectaron hops are super tropical. A lot of white wheat, flaked oats, a little bit of water chemistry adjustment to give it that citrusy taste. But I mean, we sat down at Second Shift for this one. It was great to be in person, great to be somewhere that's fun, drink beers, and have a good time. It's kind of for a while, that's how all collabs were. You got a chance to be together and talk about we should brew this. And then for a while, the business was growing so fast that some people could still do that, and some people were kind of just getting crushed, trying to keep up and didn't have that time to do it, and they're kind of done through email or phone call or anything like that. It was great to get back to that, and it's a lot more personal.
Yeah, he contacted me and came by the brewery 2 or 3 times at least, and we sat around and drank and talked about what we're going to do and how much money could be spent and not spent, and the pain in the butt of, because I didn't know how much pain in the ass this is to Universal and getting licensing and approvals and all that. I would never have done that. Because I'm like, nope, I don't want nothing to do with that. Just
Right, headache.
as a brewer, we like
It's
to
gonna take.
hey, let's make this beer and just we make a beer. You know, it's
Yeah.
fun. You know.
Be lean, use what you got.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of goes against. It's almost like your instinct is at first is probably like goes against everything we think because, but I feel like that's what Four Hands is like. Push the envelope on, has been like, how do we do more, but with less, and like the old way. Like it just seems like you guys have been able to increase output, but also like not compromise creativity. It's like, you know, it's like, oh, we can try like, oh, we're able to whip up I know, you know, batches kind of quickly. So man, it's awesome. It tastes good. I just tried it. It's juicy, it's fruity. It's gonna be great here for the end of summer if it's, you know, when it's coming out. I don't know if we have any kind of timeline. I know it's just getting going production wise.
Very soon.
It's about to happen.
Yeah.
If we have one in our hands, it's about to happen.
Yep, that's right. It's definitely about to happen.
It's in can. Yeah. Hopefully it comes out soon.
And where are we gonna get it? You guys know?
Where?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It'll be at both both spots, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, is it?
You guys are bringing it in.
I have no idea.
Don't worry. I know we're probably making. I know the internal lingo. Sometimes I bet Liz is getting nervous. She's like, "Hold on, wait, is it totally out yet?" We'll just set the disclaimer. It's coming out soon,
Right.
and we'll just say asterisk everywhere.
The world.
The world.
You know, follow all the same socials on, you know, for second
Yeah.
shift, Four Hands, and Mostly Superheroes, and you're gonna know what's up. If you guys tag in and you're watching all the time and you're looking at them, you're gonna know where it is and what's coming on. I know we've planned some events around town too. Sales team's working on, so keep an eye out for those. Where we're gonna have some collab events and stuff on tap. Second shift's gonna have it in their tap room. They're gonna have cans too, I believe.
And we can't give you
there's a lovely woman named Libby, who also is a part of Second Shift.
Yeah,
and,
she does way more than I do. I just keep the brewery running. She keeps the business running. And I don't have a clue what's going on.
It's easier that way for us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know it's no
Keep
small
them in the dark.
feat keeping a brewery going, and both of you guys been doing it a long time. Nice to see another team up. And yeah, you guys did one Voltron party at Four Hands, and they have a in town, since it's local, the Voltron mascot like shows up to these events too. So you can, and now we have Mr. Citywide. So like I feel like we're just waiting on a Mr. Citywide and Voltron mascot team up. I'm trying to get them out to some Team Jakey events. We got the big one September 20th. That's the annual Gentleman Jake's Cornhole tournament. You know about it.
Yep.
Helicopter lands. We got music. There's bags. It's in fluorescent. Mark your calendars. And trying to get Voltron and Mr. Citywide there. So we'll see if we can make it happen. Hey squad, Logan here. You know what keeps our adventures fueled? The incredible brews from Four Hands Brewing Company. They've been our go-to craft brewery since 2012. Our studio fridge is always stocked with their finest, from Citywide Light to Incarnation to Divided Sky to Chocolate Milk Stout, along with the latest seasonal and small batch releases. Whether you're downtown, Kirkwood, the district in Chesterfield, or passing through St. Louis Lambert Airport, Four Hands has you covered. Grab a cold Citywide. They're a philanthropic brew created to give back to the St. Louis community. Since its launch in 2016, Citywide has raised over $300,000 for local nonprofits. For every case sold, $1 is donated to carefully selected charities. If you're in the mood for something different, check out Four Hands Extended Family 1220 Spirits and Withered Oak. They've got cocktails, seltzers, and non-alcoholic options to quench any thirst. And a special deal for you Mostly Superheroes fans. Mention Mostly Superheroes or the password MOSTLY to your bartender at any Four Hands location and you get your second beer free. Must be 21 years of age to redeem. Again, go to any Four Hands location, mention Mostly Superheroes, password MOSTLY, and get your second beer on us and Four Hands. Limited time promotion. Get it while supplies last. Visit them in person or head over to fourhandsbrewery.com. Follow them at Four Hands Brewing Co. on Instagram and social media. Cheers to great beers and even better times with Four Hands Brewing Company. Hey, superhero fans, it's Logan here from Mostly Superheroes. To celebrate 40 years of Voltron, we've got something truly special for you. The Little People Collector Voltron 40th Anniversary Gold Label Set. This buildable set features the 5 original Defenders: Keith, Lance, Pidge, Hunk, and Princess Allura. Each figure comes with a helmet featuring a metallic finish and clear visors, except for Pidge, who needed room for his glasses. But that's not all. These Space Explorer figures are packaged in individual lions that you can assemble to form the mighty robot Voltron, ready to defend the universe from King Zarkon and his nasty Robeasts. Head to store.voltron.com, linked up in the description of this podcast episode, and snag yours today. You can get 15% off your order by using promo code MOSTLY at checkout. That's store.voltron.com, and remember to use promo code MOSTLY.
Avatar: The Last Airbender in concert, the 20th anniversary tour. Return to the beloved series through a timeless experience curated by the original creative team.
Tickets at fabulousfox.com.
Coming to the Fabulous Fox in St. Louis, Missouri, October 4th, 2025. Experience The Witcher in concert, celebrating 10 years of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Relive The Witcher like never before. You can win 2 free tickets from Mostly Superheroes, the podcast. Buy your tickets now for The Witcher in concert at fabulousfox.com.
Good evening and welcome to PlayStation The Concept!
At the Fabulous Fox on October 28th. Tickets at fabulousfox.com.
PlayStation.
Hi, everyone. I'm interrupting this podcast to talk about another podcast. Hi, I'm Randy Naughton. You know that lady from TV for so many years? Well, I too have a podcast called More to Say with Randy Naughton. Interesting conversations with interesting people. And when I say interesting, I mean amazing people. What about the Mac Daddy of all sportscasters, Bob Costas? Phyllis from The Office. Phyllis Smith is her name. Alan Hunter, one of the original MTV VJs. We talk to people about medicine, about tech, about travel, you name it. Great conversations. Now, they're, again, not interviews, they're conversations. So you never know where they're going to take us. Make sure when you're done with this podcast, check mine out. It's called More to Say with Randy Naughton, available wherever you stream your podcast.
Hey there, it's one of your hosts here from Mostly Superheroes, the podcast, Logan Janis, here to tell you about Team Jakey. If you listen to the show, you know we talk about our friends over at Team Jakey a lot. And if you've never heard about them before, let me just tell you quickly about who they are. St. Louis nonprofit organization for 12 years, fighting the good fight against the stigma of mental illness. Starting with a death in the family, the Zellers lost their beloved Jake Zeller to suicide. And 12 years later, the organization approaches $500,000 raised for suicide prevention in Missouri, here in St. Louis, supporting groups like Provident Behavioral Health, St. Louis, and American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Every fall, Team Jakey hosts their flagship event, the Gentleman Jake's Memorial Cornhole Tournament, where it's not just a tournament, but it's a family-friendly event where you can expect a helicopter landing, an FBI SWAT presentation, magicians, photo buses, music, amazing prizes, all you can eat. It's a Saturday and it goes all day. So you want to come out, bring the family, either play cornhole or don't, and support Team Jakey. You can learn more about them and all the other events that they're hosting throughout the community and join their mission, join the team, Team Jakey, to help end the stigma. Learn more, get involved, sign up for the newsletter and all that at www.teamjakey.org. That's www.teamjakey.org. If you're struggling or know someone who is, call the 24/7 hotline 988. That's 988. Help is here, and you're not alone. What else is going on at the brewery, guys? Let's talk about second shift and hours-wise. When are you guys open?
I should know this.
Does it change?
No.
Tuesday to Sunday.
Monday we're closed.
Yeah.
And then noon till 10?
I think.
Yeah. We're just there every day. We don't know.
I love it. You're just in it.
Yeah.
What are you guys drinking now? What do you think? What's we're here in August, so what's going on? What's coming out? Oktoberfest.
Goddamn right, Oktoberfest.
I just have.
There is another one.
I was drinking one, but now I'm having the technical ecstasy.
It's fun to say, isn't it? Yeah.
It is the Pilsner.
Yep.
Oh,
Czech
man.
Pils.
Heck yeah, Czech Pils. Hell yeah.
There's another release coming.
Drink 5 of them and try to say it.
It is fun at Beer Fest, and people come up and go, I love technical ecstasy, and then they come back 4 hours later and go, I'll add the technical ecstasy. Yeah, I know you will.
Yeah, I had to get Pinot Grigio out earlier. It just reminded me, when Kevin and I met our founder, we worked at a macaroni grill, which you probably can't say, but people would order Pinot Grigio back then, so I always want to call it Pinot Grigio. They would people would butcher everything. Pinot Noir. Any wine could be. Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. All right,
that was
sure.
my favorite.
Charizard?
Chardonnay, yeah. I just saw a guy with a Pokemon hat on at the brewery.
Well, we know at Four Hands too. Like sometimes they're ordering a citywide, but they're ordering a Four Hands and they want a citywide. They're ordering a Four Hands,
they
but
just
they
say
want a
Four Hands.
citywide.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like there's we see. You guys have any things like that at second shift?
Well, yeah, I'll have a second shift. Well, yeah.
I love that.
We have 30 of them right there.
That's that's a brand thing though. Like they know second shift. Todd, what are you drinking as the brewer? What else?
Tech is the number one for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think a lot of brewers have gone to Pilsner and Lager, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
I think that's what brought me down.
Yeah, that's why I conned this kid to moving down here from Grand Rapids. He wanted to make that beer better. He's not succeeded yet.
Someone keeps changing it.
Oh, I love it. You guys are in the weeds here.
I love this too.
It's your lingo.
Well, it's just great to be in the middle of somebody else's brewery having these conversations.
Yeah, it's like you get to take the back seat and listen to them talk about their stuff.
Well, I won't take a back seat. If you know me, I'm gonna poke them both and get them going on it.
You guys trade help on stuff like that, like talking about process and stuff, or is that like it doesn't seem like you're that much of a competitor when we're all sitting here at the table. We're all part of it. So
that is why we collab. That's why I collab.
Yeah,
and most brewers collab is. Making a beer's, I don't want to say easy, but we already know how to make beer. We can whip up the recipe in an hour or two, but the most fun is coming to the brewery and then looking at stuff going, you got that light hanging that way. Oh, you keep your mop over there. Or it could be super technical too, like, you mill your grain a little tight. But it's geeking out on what they do and how they do stuff. And then they come to my brewery and geek out on how weirdly we do stuff, Yeah. And it's not really about making the beer. We know how to make beer, but it's all the other crap around it. That's the most fun for me, is learning just weird things like that.
Yeah, and valuable too, right?
Yeah.
To have somebody next to you being like, we're doing the same thing. Might as well trade notes.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think, like, when they started 2009, we started 2011. I think when we started, there was only 260 breweries in the United States, and now there's like 13,000.
I'm pretty sure, I keep saying this forever, I think when I got my the federal license, I was number 1148. And that was in September of 9, I think. I think I was 1148 in the country. Like, that always stuck in my head. I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere on my number or something like that. I had to go back and look. But yeah, now there's 10,000 something breweries. Yeah.
And we grew up and grew into a career at the same time. Like a profession happened, industry happened at the same time, and it's not an industry that didn't happen before. There was basically craft beer back in the day before Prohibition. There was breweries everywhere, but Prohibition destroyed all those small breweries, and then you were left with a couple big ones. But the movement that came with us and the newer craft brewery revolution was different styles of beer from all over the country. All that creativity. I mean, there are beers that are made by craft breweries in America that are true representations of beers that aren't made in those countries anymore. When you talk about some of the Belgian beers and the French beers and things like that, there's brewers here putting more into the detail of making those than where they're created because they fell out of favor. But here they were new and exciting, and people had that passion still. And you had a lot of young youth. I mean, we're not young anymore. Todd's still kind of young, but
yeah, he's a baby.
Steve and I aren't young, but we both are very childish and young at heart. And it's a lot of people that had a similar passion for life and beer, and people who like to have a good time and share and help each other. And nowadays some of the breweries, we're kind of like a mid-sized brewery, and maybe the sales team dukes it out. I'm not out there,
right?
And I don't want to
right.
be out there. They can go duke it out and fight for tap handles, and I'll try to support them as much as I can, whatever we can do. They would ask for favors, and I love it because without them, I can't do my job because they're helping pay the bills.
Yeah.
But the brewers in general, I mean, I think I've told before, there's only 2 brewers I've met where I'm like, I don't want to hang out with that person.
It is rare. It is rare.
That's awesome.
There's no better industry than this. Everybody wants to help everybody. Everybody's huggy-feely, hippy-dippy, I always say. And I was always scared that someday that might go away. And St. Louis is still an anomaly. I do beer. I still do majority of beer fest all over the world in the U.S. And some cities you go to and they're like, you hang out with those guys? Like him or whatever. Yeah. Well, they're very competitive for some. But St. Louis, we're still... I borrow stuff from them, grain, yeast, hops. Modern Brewery borrows crap from me all the time. I borrow. Everybody helps everybody. You would never see McDonald's trying to help Burger King down the road because they ran out of fries or whatever.
Yeah. Steve's been to our brewery to weld something before for us.
Helping. I go over and fix stuff for breweries. We all, the rising tide, the whole, it's a great industry.
It was us against the big ones at the beginning. So it was like you stick together, but a lot of it wasn't really like a mentality of that. It just seemed natural to help each other.
Yeah. We all I want to drink good beer. I'll be able to drink mine all the time, but I also want to try his and theirs and hers and everybody else's.
Yeah.
And and if they're bad, I'll tell them, this beer sucks. Here's why I say it. Here's why I think. And then take it with a grain of salt, or we'll make it better. Because I don't want somebody drinking a Four Hands beer that's crappy, and then the first time they're ever having a craft beer, and then they get turned off by it because it's just going to hurt all of us. So everybody should have beautiful beer all the time, and if he makes a great beer, I'm going to try to make that one better, and then he should try to make mine better, and then we just it just keeps the elevation going.
Yeah. Keeps everybody sharp.
Yeah.
And even like you mentioned, like sales team, and like I have a friend that works in distribution and pretty much is like the moderator of like the grocery store aisles of like, the maps of like where these things land, which like ends up kind of being.
That's a weird game. I don't know. Yeah.
That's the real estate.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it's this particular friend worked at Anheuser-Busch. So like he was watching from day one, like all their brands and how important that is. But my whole point is that the ecosystem, I mean, I've just learned from being adjacent to Four Hands. I've been a customer since day one, but I've really got to know them the last like 5 years. And it's like, it's good to see, the market is the market, I think, is what we've learned. And like and the market can tell us things that will happen, but then there's also just like being like, I'm going to make what I'm going to make, I think. And then making what I'm going to make with like what's around and where we get our ingredients. So you guys are doing that. The sales teams are battling out, but I think it keeps us all sharp, and it helps it be like, it keeps the industry alive and well. It sounds like it's a thriving thing. So I guess, Steve, getting to know you a little bit more personally, because I've got to talk to Andy quite a bit. What's your love? Where does your love for beer come from? Like, when did that switch turn for you? Were you doing something different before the beer?
Yeah, I was a millwright, machinist, welder, fabricator my whole life. I always say white trash, but
I call him a redneck.
I grew up in Bonne Terre.
All right, so
what's that supposed to mean?
I know what you're doing. I know where you're from. I'm from Granite City, Illinois. That's worse.
Hell yeah. Shout out! I have friends from Granite City.
Just fix and make things.
Todd, they both suck.
Grew up with hot rods.
Where are you from, Todd?
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids. Oh, right. You said that earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, very different. Okay. Okay, I see. Civil life.
Yeah, way more. Civilized. Yes.
Civilized. They said civil life.
But I was the machinist, welder, fabricator, fix things, make things. That's just what my instinct is to do. And then my mom got me home brewing kit Christmas of '99. And then by March of 2000, I had 42 kegs, 3 deep freezers going, or converted deep freezers. I built a 10-gallon homebrew system, and I was obsessed. I just got obsessed with it and read every book, because there was books in it when you guys didn't have the internet back then, I don't think, in 2000. I think I invented it in 01.
Al Gore.
You and Al Gore.
Yeah. There's one a lot, so I books and books, read.
The books were not nearly as good then as they are now.
No. But this was, 20 years ago or whatever, yeah.
But you were diving in.
I got a book by Kuntz. It's a German book, and it's like $700, and it's horribly dry. It's made for industry only, not for us. It's made for Bud Miller Coors, the big breweries, and it's a dry, horrible read. And I've read that thing a couple times, and it's horrible to read. It's horrible, just a shitty book. But it's very, very, very technical on brewing crap. And then I went to brewing school and didn't teach me anything, but it was a fun party. And then that was in 08. And then I started building my brewery and got done and got my licensing done in 09. Yeah.
And how about you, Todd? How'd you get into it?
I used to drive semi, and then in my hometown, brewery was opening up. I was in the off season and just walked in and I just kept walking in every day until they offered me a job. And
that happens a lot.
Yeah.
I've heard that story over and over and over again. I'll mop your floor. I'll clean your kegs. And then now you're the head brewer at AB,
Yeah.
That shit happens.
And Andy, didn't you knock down the door at Four Hands?
Yeah, I had to knock down the door. I mean, Kevin loves me deep down, but not enough to start. I had to try a couple times before I got in there. But yeah. Steve and I are similar in the fact of the mechanical background and knowledge. I was a contractor for 9 years before I got into it. I'd be, finishing somebody's basement and thinking about what was going on with fermentation at home. Home brewing was not, it was not a hobby. It was an obsession for us. It's like 5 beers on tap all the time. My wife was super supportive. She would do like food pairings. We'd have friends over. A lot easier back then. If you screw a beer up, you just dump it down the driveway. Now it's a lot more painful if something happens like that. But it's like it lends well to this industry when we started, because there's not a lot of money to start a brewery most of the time. You're not talking about venture capitalists and some millionaire. I mean, you kind of had that once it started going and people saw numbers. You got like a baseball player or a hockey player or somebody starting one. But having people with mechanical knowledge is one of the biggest things when we'd interview people, because like you get tied up as in my position now, whatever the title is, but and Steve being an owner or whoever, if the smallest person can't turn a wrench or use a zip tie, I mean, that's one of the most useful tools in the brewing industry. Is I go Gorilla Tape over duct tape. It's a little stronger, but like those kind of things, like to get by, and kind of like common sense troubleshooting of things makes life a lot easier. And really for me, I mean, I think it helped Steve open a brewery, and it helped me advance in the brewery that I was in, because I had that ability to save us money and keep us moving. And then, the passion for home brewing, it's like pushing those things of like, I had the knowledge because of what it really is very useful to be a home brewer in a way. But then also, like, I don't know how you guys feel, but like if a home brewer came in to interview, it's like you kind of got to figure it out. Like, are they there to learn, or do they think they know everything?
That's a tough one sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy Danner, who works for us, one time, one of my favorite quotes from him was, there's two kinds of home brewers. There's one that asks a question to seek knowledge, and there's one that asks a question to be able to prove their knowledge. And the people who seek knowledge, that they're teachable. Yeah. And that they'll fit into your system, and they'll follow things and do things the way that you want to, ideally. Yeah. The other ones are going to be a problem, and it's like, love them, love their passion for the beer, respect that. But when you have a business that you're running, if people start doing things different ways, it's hard to keep track of what they're doing, and then your quality control or other things are issues. So it's a double-edged sword with the passion. But homebrewing, I mean, I think it's kind of not as popular as it was like during COVID and stuff like that. But it's an amazing thing to do. It's a great hobby to have, and now you can get equipment super cheap on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that for people to get back into the industry.
I'm currently selling my kit, all right, but I don't want any judgmental lies, because I made the beer when I was living in Soulard. 2 rounds, guys. I think I made 50 beers, and they were delicious.
They worked. All right.
They did. I was like, this is good. And I was like, I think I could do it. And kind of like totally the hobbyist mentality for me. I have the passion for beer. I've been hanging around Four Hands enough to where I'm finally getting to work with them. It took literally almost 15 years of like being there just to like be around as a customer, and then like
stalker.
Yeah. Totally stalking.
Something wrong with that.
And you guys too, you've been stalked too. Like, I just go in and I love the smell of the hops. I love the atmosphere of a brewery. I like the beer itself. I don't know, it's in my genes. I don't know.
It's always a good vibe.
It's definitely, and there's just something to it. There's just something to like the whole process, and the just a few different styles that like kind of match the seasons, and I don't know. It's also like I'm a beer guy opposed to like a liquor guy. I don't know if like you guys are like that.
That's the way I am.
Do you still dabble in the liquors?
No, not at all.
You like beer?
I'm a big
beer.
wuss. Yep, beer only.
I'm an equal opportunity drinker.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Look at him.
He's having a good time. Man, it's cool. I'm kind of getting into like the heart of the brewer now. So like, what do you guys like? Do you guys like tune into like podcasts or like video channels? Like you mentioned, like you read all the books back in the day. What do you do now to stay informed as brewers? Let's do each of you. We'll start with you, Steve.
I don't know. I don't know if I do. We get magazines from. There's only 2 or 3 left, I think, but we get they come to the brewery and then they'll pile up and then I'll finger through them while I'm in the office.
The Brewers Association, Zymergy,
Craft
NBA,
or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, the first time we set up to do this collab, I went over there and they had a Master Brewers Association meeting going that we both forgot about. And that's why the first meeting didn't happen. So we sat in.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily,
I forgot about that.
That one did not provide enough information. It was more about, coming up with questions to provide information. So we're able to participate in it. But I feel like you kind of get it everywhere. And there's lots of sources. The Masters of Brewers Association has a good podcast that I've listened to. And some of the stuff's like more technical and a lot more on the quality control side for me than the making beer. It's the making sure the beer is, stays the way that you want it to be, and you don't run into issues. And sometimes you're listening to things and you just there's a thirst for knowledge in people who get into craft beer, and it could be different things. I mean, even if we're working on an HVAC system or trying to troubleshoot a chiller or something like that, which Steve's way better at than me, you get that knowledge. But listening to a podcast and they're talking about something that's super high level and our brewery can't afford to do, or it's not practical to do, or something like that, it's good to still have that knowledge, and you might keep that and then someday you apply that to something else, and it could be something random that you apply it to. You're like, oh, I got a problem with the canning line.
Yeah, the patterns. They apply to everything.
Or something like that. There are magazines, websites, there's definitely podcasts out there for it.
Obviously just getting the experience of doing it, and like I feel like a lot of it's equipment, keeping it clean, keeping things up to date. If you keep things clean, they'll last longer, but certain things probably do go bad after a certain amount of time.
Stuff wears out.
Stuff wears out. And
cleaning and sanitation is the number one job of a brewer.
Cleaning.
Glorified janitor. Clean, sanitize, clean.
It doesn't. You could spend all the money on the ingredients and come up with an amazing recipe, and if it's not clean, it doesn't matter.
It's horrible. Yeah.
I mean, and that's the key. That's the basics. That's the base. When a lot of times, we'll give a tour. We'll start with the beginning of the process, which is grain, but it's really not. It's cleaning. We'll say we grind in, and then we mash in, and then we lauter or boil off or recirculate, whatever you want to call it. I'm an American, so I say recirculate, not boil off. Boil, whirlpool, all these things. None of it matters unless it's clean.
So we've all had beers that come out of dirty breweries. I don't know what the word is, but not clean breweries. Because some people just, I don't know. You have to be OCD about cleaning. And clean.
A lot of people move from home brewer to professional brewer, and they weren't ready.
Exactly. My biggest thing, I think, is as a customer that like thinks about craft beer more than just like the average customer, not a brewer or anything like that, not an expert. I do think about the draft lines in town. You get what's the philosophy on keeping lines clean? What's the philosophy? Like this is like a teaching moment / like you're sharing the inside baseball.
I mean, every brewery is different. If you're talking about your home brewery and you're a brewery like us, we're the ones cleaning the lines. And we have a guy named Matt Botchin, who that works for us. And we sent him.
Is he a dad yet?
He is a dad.
Oh my gosh!
And we sent him.
The countdown's been on.
We sent him to Micromatic to learn about carbonation of beer and line cleaning and stuff like that. So, because when we did expand tasting rooms, he had the opportunity. Before that, we hired a company to do it, just because we were so busy. And then a lot of times when at the bar, it comes down to your distributor, unless you self-distribute like some breweries do. Then it should be up to them, or in bars, really, if they want to sell more beer, should make sure the draft lines are clean. And distributors, if they want to sell more beer, should make sure your draft lines are clean.
But you probably just can't clean them, right? You just run something through. Is that
sometimes you have to replace them? In today's, and we're like this, this Four Hands is more than a brewery now. It's a premium beverage producing facility. And if we're gonna put canned cocktails or something on the line, those flavors impart stuff into the tubing that are harder to get out than what beer is going to go through there. So sometimes you got to replace the line.
Just replace the line, which is cheap. It's a pain in the butt, but it's
not even
$5,
hard, really.
Yeah, $5 or whatever. Yeah.
I feel like it's the brewer episode, so like I want to make sure that like we talked Voltron, which is like kind of like in my head the Voltron collaboration's like the dream come true for a brewery that has been doing things well enough to where you have time, like you said, Steve, to like not feel like we can't do the Voltron thing. Not only is that going to be kind of scary to take on, but it's a risk to get into a whole nother, in my opinion, like a whole nother market. Like the IP on the craft beer, I will say, is pretty unique, and I think I've seen online the clamoring for these beer cans.
Oh, because they're cool cans.
It's that collector mentality.
I don't know crap about
it's collector.
Voltron.
It's collector. Yeah, you don't even need to.
Yeah,
It's collector mentality.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
So you guys are like part of that now.
We should go to Comic-Con together.
I'll dress up.
I'll take you guys. We'll get you.
I'm in. If he dresses, I'm in.
I'm
I wanna
definitely
go
down.
We go to Comic-Cons. You guys are going to be like our two sponsors. There's going to be stacks of beer cans. We figure it out. I mean, the Voltron at least.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, is my collection going to explode one day is my question. What else you pushing drink-wise at Four Hands? What's the portfolio looking like right now? I've seen the Palomas. I've seen Flamingo Dance Party. I've seen... We still doing Foam First?
We are. We're getting ready for fall and winter just like everybody else.
Oktoberfest and Pumpkin.
Pumpkin's coming. Then after that, it'll be Milk Stout, AOL. We're pushing more chocolate this year. We'll upgrade those beers a little bit. We've been doing some work on them. Bring something back a little fresher, a little more dessert-like for them. And then, going into the end of the year, beginning of next year, there'll be THC Delta 9 cannabis drinks coming out.
Really?
In cans.
I like how your voice got higher, because so are your customers about to be.
Yeah. It's
Are you serious? This is big news.
No, I'm dead serious.
We're
definitely doing. I've been pounding away on recipe development and sampling, which is great. I'm not very good at spitting it back in the cup like other people on our team. So at the end of the day, it's end up being kind of fun.
Yeah, driving home's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a rush, there's pressure in my position to get the job done, but it's a product that I enjoy too. I've been mixing the THC and alcohol at a pretty high professional level for a little while. So
wow,
professional.
Right.
I don't know if you can do that professionally.
I mean,
at work, at my job, you can. You definitely can mix them at my job.
We've been thinking about doing
not
it.
not during the shift, but
no, not at work.
It's the time. It's definitely the time.
Yeah, and it's coming. It's another evolution of products that people are drinking. It's legal in Missouri now. I was just down on the river this weekend, found one floating in the river, just unopened. So it's
a sealed can.
Yeah, it's in my cooler in my truck if you want it.
It's fine. Yeah. Was it
we can
Mighty
split
Cans
it.
or was it somebody else's?
It's somebody else's can.
All right.
Did it come from Minneapolis? It floated all the way down?
I don't think so.
They are-
Not the Black River.
Man.
It's not going to make it down. I wasn't floating on the Mississippi, Todd. Jesus
What?
Christ. I mean, you can't do that.
That's all everybody
Get
talks
out
about.
there with Big Muddy and go do
Every
it.
brewery up north, Wisconsin and Minnesota, every brewery does it, and they go, "Why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it?" We were up in Chicago last week, or whatever, and they're like, "Got to do it. You got to do it."
So are you going to do it?
We're in a weird spot. I would love to, but I'd feel like I'm stepping on somebody's toes because we package some stuff for another company that does it. But I think I'm going to give it a try anyway because it's a new market. It's exploding. It's a thing that's there.
It's craft beer 10 years ago.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. And it's probably going to get squashed. Someday it's going to come to an end.
Yeah, it'll change.
It's a Farm Bill Act. It's a weird loophole in the federal law about THC.
Yeah.
And somebody somewhere is going to stop it.
Yeah.
It'll
change.
It could be this year or 10 years from now.
I don't see any regulations coming down in the next couple of years.
I think it's the big
unless
weed companies.
Unless they get tax money.
Yeah. And then that's going to change the game up.
But it would still be legal. It'd just be...
There's no regulation on it, which is weird. An 8-year-old could go buy a can of it legally and drink it.
I would say that
it's a moral thing. I'm seen legally.
Saying that stores are probably not selling.
No, they're not at all. But the big legal weed companies, dispensary-owned companies or whatever, they're a little pissy about it because they got to step through all these hoops to do it I don't know how you say it, legal TH or cannabis derived THC. They have to do it legally.
Yeah.
And multiple steps of loops and craps and shit they got to go through. The hemp derived, there really isn't any.
There's some regulations.
There's a little bit, yeah.
You know, your dosage has to be right. And there's some other things to pay attention to, and you know, but I mean, Steve's right that there's cannabis derived and there's hemp derived. There's a milligram dosage cap on Delta 9 based cocktails that they don't have on, stuff that's derived from the actual marijuana plant. But there's some differences, but it's the same customer crowd.
It's the same people. Yeah.
And for us, and Kevin said it a couple times, and it's totally true. I mean, we built our brewery on skateboards and like the weed smoking type of crowd that liked our beers because they were dank and hoppy and fruity. So it's a very much the same customer base as a craft brewer.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, I like it because I can mix something in and still have my 3 beers and have one of those. And then I wake up in the next morning and I feel great.
You're good. Yeah.
And that night I feel the same. And with the beverages, you can socially drink them like you can a beer. So you have the social aspect the same as beer. So beer,
without smoking up a room.
Beer's our first love.
Yeah,
we're gonna keep pushing to make our beers better, make better beer, just like Second Shift is. And for us, I mean, Kevin, you talked about he's really good at pushing and looking to try to see what's next. And sometimes we're taking chances and we make it or we don't, but all of us are kind of it's all the same group of people in the same clientele, same customer base, same fans.
Yeah. Hopefully people that are tuning into this one, these are 2 for 1 here. It was really fun.
Yeah, but
we got 3 brewers really. I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You guys got a new podcast coming? 3 brewers drinking beer.
Between 3 brewers.
It'll be hosted here.
Right, yeah, come on in.
As long as we don't have to do any editing, we're good.
Yeah, I'll give you my rate card.
Just to build out the Second Shift.
All right, I appreciate that. Anything? This is what we'll do. Wrap up any Four Hands promotions, and we'll give you guys the floor to pump up your brewery. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else Four Hands wise?
I mean, that's pretty much it. We're just pumping it out. Happy to see some nice weather. Be able to hit the patios, be outside, drink more beer.
Yeah, get out to all the locations, try all the drinks, the canned cocktails. You definitely got to do like the Four Hands canned cocktail with the frozen on top.
Oh yeah,
that was like a snow cone on top. I've seen the machines in the
some multi-level drinking.
Yeah, multi-level drinking.
That's fancy, right there.
And double the amount of your drink is what I like about it too. All right, Steve and Todd, what about Second Shift? Let's do like a last call for any things you want to plug, and from your portfolio to your brewery, whatever you want to talk about. Really,
like Andy said, it's Oktoberfest season, pumpkin beer season. It's where I would never do that in my life, but now I'm whoring myself out making pumpkin beers.
What's that process been like? Do you regret it, or is it fine?
My knees are sore. Oh, you mean
where'd you get all the pumpkins?
From the pumpkins,
fresh. Yeah, we hand carve every pumpkin. We make them jack-o'-lanterns first, and then we throw them in the mash. We don't use any pumpkins. I don't know anybody who really does. Do you guys put pumpkins in yours?
No. Ours is
this is inside. I don't know.
A pumpkin spiced ale.
Yeah. We put ginger, nutmeg, and cinnamon and vanilla. Yeah.
That sounds good when you say them out loud, but it's still pumpkin beer, I guess.
Pumpkin tastes like vegetative matter and nothing else. It's like bland vegetative matter.
Yeah, it's
got sugar.
Not even a lot.
Yeah,
it's fermentable-ish.
We can go down some deep rabbit holes on using pumpkins as fermentable product or something, but it doesn't lend itself to beer really. The pioneers had to use it because they didn't have barley growing here or something. They have apples and whatever sugar they can make alcohol out of. We're just putting pumpkin pie seasoning in, and it's awesome because it smells great when he's knocking it. We put ours in the kettle on the hot side on the whirlpool, and when you're cleaning everything out, the whole building smells like you're in Grandma's house while pumpkin pies are being made. I love it. I love pumpkin pies.
See, me too. It's one of my favorites.
I don't like pumpkin pie beer.
Yeah, same.
I like peanut butter, and I don't like peanut butter beers.
Not yet.
Yeah,
he's gonna love him. Listen to him. He's gushing over it.
I would say, yeah.
He's gushing over it.
Peanut butter chocolate milk stout. You could argue it changed some lives in the 2010s, whenever it came out.
Yes, I will say that was the best peanut butter beer I ever had. Was come out of some brewery down there by the ballpark. Yeah, close to the ballpark. Yeah.
About
Close enough.
a pint away is usually what
He likes to
say.
come down there and take a picture of a beer and then tell me it's a different beer. So I think there's something wrong with it. That's what really happens.
Yeah.
Every time this little a-hole goes in there, he'll get a picture of Oktoberfest and tell me it's a Pilsner. And it's wrong. Is it supposed to be this color? And the first couple of times, like, my stress level's pretty high.
Exactly.
Pretty high.
Dude.
My stress level can get pretty high when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I won't lie. I get that
He would
way.
get me.
I get that way just as a customer whenever I see a beer that I know is a citywide or something and it looks a little strange. Like I don't have the clout that you have over it, but I'll see it and I'll just be like, is that right? Like, should I email someone?
No, I thought about telling him this podcast was somewhere in East St. Louis just to have him go over there and then text him later and be
I had
like,
to figure
oh,
it out.
sorry, I had the wrong address.
All right, let's wrap up with this. Steve, where do people find you? How do they stay in touch?
Second Shift Brewing. I don't know. I don't do
Perfect.
social media.
He's
It's
not a
horrible.
social.
If you
No, I'm
search
not at all.
second
He
with
knows
the
probably more
number
than I do.
2, with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
number
the
2,
number 2.
ND
Yep.
space shift.
2ND Shift Brewing.
Yes.
On any platform.
Anything to add, Todd, before we say goodbye?
No.
Anything you think people should check out that we didn't say to check out at Second Shift?
DOD delete your trucks immediately.
Yeah, do that right away. I figured that out. That's another long story.
What was that?
That's cars breaking down stuff.
Oh,
the company pickup's torn apart at the moment.
So go buy some beer so you can get
yeah,
it fixed up.
I got shit to do. Yeah.
Start a GoFundMe for their vintage pickup truck. And if you see a handsome guy with a beard walking around Second Shift, just yell out Todd.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's
No,
nice.
not me. Yeah.
All right, Steve, Todd, give the camera a wave from Second Shift Brewery. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm your host, Logan Janice here on Mostly Superheroes. Who are you? Andy Bergio. Andy Bergio. Do you have a code name or anything yet?
No code name. Bergio. That's what I go by.
Bergio.
Yeah, Bergio.
Yeah,
It'll hold the mic up.
We'll see it four hands. Anything that you didn't get to say that you want to say?
No, I'll be back in a couple months. It'll be fine.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good times.
Mostly Superheroes here in St. Louis with the Breweries. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mostly Superheroes is proud to be funded in part by our sponsors. Mostly Superheroes is funded in part by paying patrons who receive early, ad-free, and exclusive episodes. Subscribe at mostlysuperheroes.com/support. Thank you for supporting your favorite independent podcast. Mostly Superheroes is an independent podcast owned and operated by Carrogan Ventures in St. Louis, Missouri. Hosted by Logan Janice, Andy Hunn, and Scott Swearingen. Brand and creative by Carrie Clark Design. Music by Audionautics. Learn more at audionautics.com. Find more at mostlysuperheroes.com.